In this video, I'm going to share with you the only script that you need for creating YouTube videos. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to say in your YouTube videos and how this script is going to save you time not only filming your videos, but editing them as well. Hit that like button right now if you're excited to save some time creating video content and know exactly what you should be saying in your videos. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Trina if you're brand new here, and every Wednesday on this channel, I post videos to help you get strategic with video content in a way that makes your content creation life easier and helps grow your business. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And one last thing that I'd like to do before I jump into the videos is personally thank one of you. So to the girls at the Private Practice Startup, thank you so much for your kind comment, and it was great being on your podcast as well. Now, if you want to be featured in one of my next videos, leave a comment below, make sure you are subscribed, or pop on over to Instagram, take a screenshot of yourself watching this video, and tag me, and you may just see your smiling face in my next video. Now, before I share with you my YouTube script template, I want to tell you exactly why I call this a video game plan. Because when it comes to creating YouTube videos, it's not just about the words you are saying. You need to have a full game plan for every single video you create here on YouTube if you want it to perform well. You see, YouTube will push your videos to more people. You'll be able to reach more people, get more views. If you get people engaged in your content, you get people commenting on your content, and you get people watching your videos to the end. These are all very important things to think about than just the words you are saying in your videos. And so that's why this isn't just a script and why I call it a video game plan. I fill this worksheet basically out every time I'm creating a video. And if you want the worksheet, make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to tell you how you can get your hands on it. Plus, I'm going to share some tips for how you can really get more people engaging and watching your videos longer. Sound good? All right, if we're looking at our video game plan from just the top level, right? Not getting into the nitty-gritty. We're looking at 4 main pieces every single YouTube video needs to have. That's going to be your hook, your intro, your content, and your call to action. Now, if we dig to the next level, there are more things you need to think about as well, like your goal of your video, your engagement factors, and your questions. So before we dive into the hook, the intro, the content, and the call to action, I want to first talk about the goal of your video and why this piece is so important to determine before you even start scripting any words you're going to say. You need to decide what is the goal of every single video that you create. When that person gets to the end of the video, what you want them to do, because this is going to dictate your video game plan, because you need to make your video game plan work towards that goal. So is the goal of your video to get a subscriber? So then you know what you need to do to get people to hit subscribe at the end. Is it to get people to your email list? Is it to get people to watch another video because you want to create a bingeable video, right? You need to have in mind and at least write down the goal of that video, because what I see as one of the biggest mistakes that happen on YouTube is some of us try to accomplish too many things with one video. We cannot have one video goal be to get subscribers, to get likes, to get comments, to get an email subscriber, right? That is too many things. People are not going to do all of that. So we need to determine what is the primary goal of your video, and if you need to, a secondary goal as well. So that's the first thing that I determine before I go any further with my YouTube videos. Okay, so the first part is to determine the goal of your video. Now let's dive into the hook, because this is another big mistake I see a lot of people doing, and we want to open our videos with something fancy. Sometimes people put kind of that branded intro, music and logo and words and pictures, but this is actually hindering people from getting to the content, right? They saw your title and your thumbnail and they're excited about the content, but then they see this music and graphics. It looks like an ad and they don't have time for that. And so then they leave your video. So you need to make sure you're opening your video the first 3 to 5 seconds with a good hook, something that's going to pack a punch and make them want to keep watching. And no, it's not like, hey guys, welcome back. You need to let them know what are they going to learn in this video, what is the value of watching this video, or really blow their minds so that they want to keep watching your content. Now, this is the one piece of my video game plan that I will script out word for word so I can ensure I nail it, because you're going to see the most drop off in your audience retention in the hook. And if you don't think about this, that could really hinder the performance of your video, right? And so I really challenge you to take some time before you turn your camera on and think about what is the best way that I can grab somebody's attention, right? I always talk about creating your title and your thumbnail before writing your hook. So if you're thinking about your title and your thumbnail, what are they going to want to hear in the first 3 to 5 seconds to get them to keep watching? So here are some example hooks that you could start with. In this video, today I'm going to share, if you've ever wondered, ready to learn? Those are just a few ways you could open your video. Remember, this only needs to be about 10 to 15 seconds long, and understand that I still personally struggle with figuring out the best way to hook my audience. I look at my audience retention graphs all the time, and my biggest drop-offs are still to this day my hook. Think about it, work on it, but don't freak out if you still see a big drop off. Just focus on getting better. The next part is your intro, and this is where you want to introduce yourself. Keep it super quick. Remember, you want to get people to the content that they're excited for. And so as you see in my videos, I keep it really simple. I say, hey guys, welcome back, to those of you who are loyal subscribers and watch every single week. And then I quickly introduce myself to somebody who's brand new. Maybe you've never watched any of my content. So I let you know my name is Trina, and every week I post videos to help you get better with your video strategy. And then I personally thank one of you for commenting on my videos. Again, I try to keep this super short, maybe 15 to 20 seconds long. Ideally, you're getting into the content part of your video within the first 30 seconds of your video. So what should you say in this content part? Well, obviously the content is the meat of your video, right? And whatever the goal of the video is, you need to think about that as well. So you're incorporating, the value that you promise in the title and the thumbnail and the hook, also getting them to a journey that they are going to want to complete the goal you want them to complete, right? If you're sharing high valuable content and you're letting them know you do this every single week on your channel and your goal is to drive new subscribers, that's going to help you do it. Now, if you are sharing content about how to create a free lead magnet or a free PDF, right? You're going to probably talk high level here and talk about this PDF, and then you're going to end up in your call to action, which we'll talk about here. But you really want to give them the value here. Don't under deliver on value, okay? The content should go in easy to follow steps, tips. It's nice to also have title screens to break up the different sections that you are sharing as well. That's just how the human brain takes things in. And so that's the best way to deliver the content, to keep people watching. And then the last piece before we talk about what should be these extras in your video that you need to be incorporating in your video game plan is your call to action. Now this, again, connects with your goal. You know what your call to action is going to be if you know your goal. Now, there are two really important goals to have at every single video. One is to get them to watch another video, because YouTube will reward a video if it gets people to binge watch. If video A gets people to watch a 5-minute video, and then you tell them to watch this next video, video B, that's another 5-minute video, YouTube knows if they recommend video A to somebody, they're likely to watch 10 minutes of YouTube content, right? Because they're going to go to that next video if you tell them to. And then the second reason this is important is because you want to grow your business. And the best way to do that is get people who are watching your content on your email list. Unfortunately, we cannot contact our YouTube subscribers through an email. And if YouTube were to disappear tomorrow, we wouldn't be able to get in contact with them. So that's why it's really important to have an email list and let them know you do. But the best way to do that is to share something free with them. Remember I talked about the content that you were going to share about your free PDF? This is where you do it. So your call to action can be something like, now if you want everything that I just shared in an easy to follow PDF, or you want the worksheet to go along with this video, head to this link, leave your email address, and I will send that to you, right? Your email system can do that. But this is why it's really important to have your call to action here, is because then you're getting the viewer to take action. The best way that I like to do this is have one primary call to action and one secondary call to action. So you're going to see the primary call to action for this video is going to be getting you to grab my video game plan. But I'm going to have a secondary action for you as well to tell you what video you should watch next. So make sure you check that out when you get to the end. Quick tips here for your call to action. Now, YouTube will allow you to have clickable images on your video the last 20 seconds of your video. So you need to make sure whatever you're telling them to do, whatever you're telling them to click on, is the last 20 seconds. So ideally, you want to get through all of your talking points, share all that value, and without letting people know your video is over, because as soon as you let them know your video is over, you say in conclusion or in summary or that's it, boom, they're gone. They're clicking onto that next video before even having your call to action. So you want to go from that last piece of value that you're giving them and easily flow into that call to action. Again, stick to the end of my video to see exactly how I do that. All right, once I have these big parts down, the hook, the intro, the content, and the call to action, I will go through my video again to add things to get people to engage and that get people watching my videos. Because here's the thing, people get bored. And if we're not adding some text call outs, or we're adding some sound effects, or we're adding some type of B-roll where we're showing them what we're telling them instead of just telling them, they're going to get bored. Now, I have a theory that people like text callouts, but I want to hear from you. Leave me a comment below and let me know, do you like when people add text to the screen? When we have like call out points or title screens, do you notice them? Do you like them? What are your thoughts on text callouts? And I will share what you all think in a next video after I formulate my hypothesis here, but let me know what you think about those. So we're thinking about that. What can we add to keep the video more interesting? We're also thinking about questions we can ask. You just noticed I asked you a question to leave me a comment about what you feel about text. This is how you're going to get that engagement. When you have engagement on your video, that sends a signal to YouTube that it must be good content. People are engaging with it. They should maybe recommend it to more people. And if you're having a problem getting people to leave comments on your videos, this is the way to do it. This is your second through of this video game plan, that you're adding these questions and these engagement pieces. And then the third piece that you want to add in here is stories that you can share to make people feel connected to you. Now, I did this with my last video where I talked about my equipment and how my son likes to play with the equipment under my desk. And so that allows people to relate with me. If they are like me and they have kids and they know what it's like for kids to mess with their equipment or to mess with their office, they have that connection. So think about 1 or 2 stories that you could easily float into your videos to, again, make that connection with the viewer and make them know, like, and trust you, because stories are the best way to do that. And now if you're ready to get your hands on this video game plan, I'm going to leave a link for you to join the video game plan challenge, where not only are you going to get the exact video game plan that I talked about, complete worksheet, but you're also going to have 5 days with me to help you craft your very first or your next YouTube video. We're going to walk through all the things you need to do, hook ideas, call to action ideas, video ideas, how to find video ideas, and you get access to me in this 5-day challenge. There's going to be a private Facebook group to have access to me and other people doing the same thing. You're going to be able to get answers to any of your questions with me. And the best part about this challenge is once you go through this process with me once, it's going to be so easy for you to rinse and repeat this process over and over and over again. So your YouTube videos are only going to get better and better and better, and you're going to see not only your YouTube channel grow, but your audience across the board, your email list, you're going to see that grow as well. So goodbye boring videos and hello videos that grow your business. Now, if you want my help helping you craft your video content, make sure you go to trinalittle.com/challenge and sign up for this challenge for just $10. I'll leave the link right here on the screen and down in the description box, so don't wait. This all kicks off on September 27th. Now, while you wait, let's make sure you have all of your equipment ready to go. Watch last week's video where I share with you the minimal equipment you need to get started with YouTube. Click on that and I'll see you over there.